What's up guys, FM Campbell here, welcome to episode number 24 of the Aston Villa series. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to get straight into it. The last episode covered us up to the Sunderland game. Yeah, we drew 2-2, that's the one. So since then we've actually had a really good patch, other than, you'll notice, the bloody Capital One Cup, the curse of the cup. The domestic cups on this series have been really poor from us. We played Man City anyway in the league, away at the City of Manchester Stadium, aka the Empty Had. Beat them 3-2 as well. Memphis Depay, Stephen Colker and Lucas Romero with the goals for us. Rakitic and Benzema scored for them. Then we played Sociedad in Group A. Probably our biggest contenders for top of the group. Beat them only 1-0 at Villa Park, and as you can see, a 92nd minute winner from Jack Grealish, and gets 3 points and kick us off in our campaign in the Europa League. We then beat Man United 2-0. Lacazette got both of the goals, so much better performance in the Premier League in this episode. Then look at this, Leicester. Excuse me. We lost 3-2 to them in the third round of the Capital One Cup. They wanted us to reach the quarterfinals, I think. So the board were not happy. Gouffran scored all 3 goals. It was just one of them games. Why is Gouffran even still a footballer? Let alone scoring 3 goals, getting a hat-trick against us. Although, albeit with 2 penalties, but there we go. Garbutt and Icardi got the 2 goals for us. Got one in the 84th minute, but it was too little too late. And we could do nothing about it. And we're actually been knocked out of the cup. And yeah, very frustrated. We then played Everton in the league and we returned to winning ways. Lucas Cano with his first goal for the club, and Memphis Depay again with another goal after a Leighton Baines 65th minute, before a Leighton Baines 65th minute consolation goal. Unfortunately also Lucas Cano was injured in that game too. But another 3 points on the board. Then we played Hamburg in the Europa League and got another 3 points, leaving us with 6 points in the group. Beat them 2-0, Mauro Icardi with both of the goals. So this is where it leaves us for the Premier League. We're currently in 3rd position, with a game in hand on Chelsea, level on points with them as well, and on QPR, also level on points with them too. So yeah, we're in the Champions League spots already, only after 6 games. I'm not looking too much further forward than that. We've got some big games to come up. If we go back to the schedule, we've still, in the next episode, we'll have played Liverpool and Chelsea and QPR. So both of them teams obviously level on points with us. We've got Liverpool as our game in hand by the looks of things. So yeah, in regards to the Europa League group, we're sat top, as you can probably see. Sociedad and Hamburg, by the looks of it, also beat Charleroi. So yeah, they're both on 3 points. We're on 6 points, comfortably on top of the league. Haven't lost as of yet, and we also haven't conceded yet again. So yeah, 1-0 and 2-0. So I haven't conceded a goal at all in the group stage as of yet, over 2 games. So things are looking good. The FA Cup 3rd round obviously is later on in the future. We still haven't been drawn in the FA Cup. I think we're going to have to do a little bit better in the FA Cup because we've done so poorly in the Capital One Cup. And the FA Cup's always going to be more important. So yeah, very disappointed with that Capital One Cup performance. I would have liked to really press for all tournaments, on all trophies, but other than the Prem, which I think we'll struggle. Well, I think we'll get we're aiming for top 4. I don't think we'll get it. So yeah, what's been going on since then? I've mentioned in the previous episode that we signed some more staff. We have since signed 3 scouts. We've got Prokopov, who's Ukrainian, 19 and 20. I did mention in the previous episode. Like the other 2, we've got Daniel Nega. We've got Argentinian. And Giannopoulos, Pianagotis Giannopoulos. That's not bad. 17 and 19. And as you can see, we've got a real versatile of nationalities. We've got Newton Mosso, who's Brazilian. We've got Netherlands, Italian, Greek, English, Spanish, Argentinian, German, another Englishman, Ukraine, France, Italy and Wales. So we've got 2 Italians, 2 English, and I think all the rest are different nationalities. So for our scouting knowledge, it's huge. I wonder if it's actually going to... no, we want scouting, don't we? when it loads up. So yeah, we've got a real sort of vast amount of nationalities from our in our scouts. So our knowledge should be pretty high now. I've not actually checked this for a while. 34%. We don't have any Africans, Asians. We need a Russian scout ideally. So maybe some Asian scouts and African scouts, but we're okay over in. We're obviously really good in Europe. Maybe get an American scout in the future. That would be quite cool. I've never had an American scout before on FM. But we've got South American scouts, got some European scouts. We'd like to press for sort of Eastern Europe, Africa as well. Not that we've got all these leagues loaded up, and definitely some Asian scouts. We don't have any knowledge over there at all at the moment. So 13 scouts. I think we can have one more, can't we? No, 13 scouts. So we hit our limit on that. Next step over the next couple of episodes, we need to sort out our under 18 staff, because at the minute they're not great. If we go to our training and our coaches, well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, actually. I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. So, I'm quite shocked at that. I remember sorting it out, but I don't remember it being that good. Anyway, so yeah, we've got a couple of other pieces of news. Florian Torvin is injured. He is out for a while. He's back in 4 days. I've got down here that he was out for 4 weeks with a broken rib, so it must have been at the beginning of the episode. Phil Jones decided that he wants to give us more time to sell him. He then decided that later on in the month that he wants to stay, so that's good news. He's no longer unhappy. He is now wanted again though. Oh, he has got a slight concern. Too many promises. That's same from the last episode. Scuffe was interested. Well, Barcelona were interested in Scuffe. He's so good and he's 20 years old. We've got 2 really good goalkeepers in Horn and Scuffe, rotating as well, which is good. As you can see, they've played. Well, Horn's played 9, Scuffe's played 4. So yeah, Barcelona were interested in Scuffe, but he's now happy and says that he doesn't want to leave because Barcelona are no longer interested. Todd Kane was not included in the Premier League registration, so he's now asked for a loan deal. So we're trying to get him out on loan. Who else have we got? Oh yeah, Arsenal have been inquiring left, right and centre about Lucas Romero. Lots of players that are wanted again. Jack Grealish is wanted by Arsenal. It seems like Arsenal want all of our players at the minute. Lucas Romero was wanted by everyone. Arsenal, Porto, United, Benfica, Sporting and Tottenham. Blimey. Luke Garbutt is wanted on loan by Bournemouth, Ipswich, Leeds, Norwich, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield Wednesday and Wigan. He's not going anywhere until our new left back joins. Nicholas Starks wanted by Cardiff on via transfer. They got no chance. Balanta's wanted by Barcelona. I think he has a release clause, 48 million Barca would have to pay for him. So that'd be good business for us, because I think we could probably find a reasonably good centre back quite so easily anyway. Phil Jones is still wanted by City. He's got a release clause of clubs in the Champions League, 26.5 million. It's a shame because at Villa, a lot of these players put a clause in their contract that is non-negotiable, that they have to have a release clause, especially as we weren't in the Champions League. We haven't been in the Champions League at all. So all these players obviously want to play in the Champions League. So if there's an opportunity that they can get a release clause to a club that's in the Champions League, they've been putting it in as non-negotiable, and it's so bloody annoying. That's how Verratti left, which is frustrating. So yeah, Balanta, the situation with Balanta, he has a 48 million release clause. I would not let him go for any less than that. I would push for the 48 million if they did come in for him. They did bid 25 million and we rejected it. But it was 20. It was like 8 million up front and then the rest of it over 48 months, and then some of it was included in goal bonuses and international appearances. And I want it all up front. I want all the money in my bank. No messing about. But yeah, 48 million. If they bid it, I won't offer him a new deal for that sort of money. I could build a new bloody team. We're doing well with both the League and the Europa League, as you know. A good month overall, other than the Capital One Cup. Very disappointed with that, but we'll just put our focus elsewhere and make sure that we really strive to do well in the FA Cup. We've started to look at young players and not young players, but regens. Now that we have a little bit of money in the bank, we have sort of up to nearly 30 million in the bank. So Yeah, so we're starting to look at regens, just offering the release clauses, especially if we can get them on approach to signs. Even if they can't get a work permit, I'll loan them out in Europe. They'll be young anyway, and we'll see if we can make some money on the terrible ones, and if we can bring some potential players for the future. That's the main aim. I think I've just realised, if we beat Liverpool, does that put us top? It does. Our game in hand, if we beat Liverpool, it would put us top as the league. We'd go up to 17 points. Liverpool would remain on 15, both playing 7 games. We'd be top of the league if we win our next game. That's mad. Imagine we won the league. We've got no chance, but imagine. That's so good. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on. In regards to the actual, some of the players that we tried to get in. Have we got any on here? We want in Justin Clement, work permit. This guy, this American guy, looks great. 17 years old. Approach to sign. We're waiting for a work permit. That'll be rejected actually. He's also got dislocated shoulder. He's got good physicals, good mental attributes for a youngster, and not too bad technicals either. Passing needs to improve, but he's alright. Glenn Cook is another one. We've got an inquiry going for him. He's currently on loan. He's currently playing for Huddersfield. I really like his mental stats. Really like them. Improve that heading. He will be a monster of a centre back in the future. Good potential. And yeah, not a bad player at all. Brett Kemp, left back. Good physicals, really good physical stats actually. This guy would inquiring about. He's at Middlesbrough, currently in the under-21s. Have we got a report saying that we can buy him? No. Well, not that it says anything. But yeah, no, he's not too bad. Lee Lynch. This guy's a striker. Okay physical stats, good mental attributes. He's got great finishing. Well, good finishing of 12. Sorry. The rest of his stats are pretty poor, if I'm honest. But he's American. Unlikely to get a work permit for him, and we'll see how we go with him. Franco Ramos, left back, 18 years old. This is the guy that we are signing and joins us in January. Oh, we missed one out. Chris Sanchez, defensive midfielder, good physical stats. Got 17 accelerations, mad. Good determination, which I love a player with good. When I look for a player, I look for a good determination, good natural fitness, good stamina, good work rate, good teamwork. I like him to be consistent, at least a consistent performer, and not injury prone. I can't stand injury prone players. Really puts me off a player. David Rodriguez is the one we missed out. A striker. Finishing is not great, but he's got really good mental attributes, reasonably okay physical attributes. His technical needs work, but again, waiting for a work permit for him. Unlikely to get it. Frank Vasquez, American, really good mental attributes, reasonably good physical, good technical attributes for his age and his position. Could be a great player in the future. I'm ignoring that on this point. Fairly consistent performer. This is what I like to see. Fairly consistent, enjoys big matches, which is good. He's got no sort of worries about consistency or injuriness in here. Injuriness, don't think that's a word. We'll probably fail to get a work permit, but that's fine. We'll see if we can get one in the future. And that's all that's been going on. I think over the next 2 or 3 episodes, all in the future really now, we'll be looking at regens. I think we've got a good team to work around in the future. If we get any players that go on the transfer list, I think, or on available as a free agent, I think they are going to improve the team. They are better than one of the players in the current first team. We will go for them. But I think we will have to start looking at regens for the future. But the aim is still the Champions League. That is the goal. That'll be when the series concludes also, by the way. People are wondering what the ultimate goal is. If we win the Champions League, that's it. The series comes to a close. I think we'd have succeeded at Aston Villa, and the main series on the channel will become the York series. Currently only 2 days a week. That would then go to 3 days a week, replacing the Aston Villa save. And then we may get some other videos or other ideas that I'll get towards the end of the series. But York City will be the main series on the channel. And yeah, because basically I want to get that done. I want to win the Champions League or York City before FM16 comes out, which is July. So we got July, August, September, October, November time. So we've got 4 or 5 months to do that. So it's going to be very, very tough to get that in. So I'm hoping that we win the Champions League quite quickly with Villa, but we'll see what happens. That will conclude the episode though. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on Monday for episode number 25. Don't forget to check out the other series, which is obviously the York City series that I mentioned, the Building a Force Challenge, and also the World Network game on Saturdays 1 o'clock as per usual. This has been episode number 24. Monday will be 25, as I said. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. Get your comments in. Make some suggestions. Get yourself involved. I'm trying to interact with you guys as much as possible. Don't forget to check out the Twitter as well. The links are all in the description for all this stuff. And I'll see you on Monday. See you later.